Welcome, parents and students. I wanted to make a quick video to demonstrate the different type of technology we're using during class. So to get started, students want to go ahead and log into their class link. As students log into their class link, they're going to see all the different types of folders and technology that's available to them. Here, this is my teacher version, or I am a teacher, so I have more tabs than students, but what you want to look for is this Carnegie Learning. So when you click Carnegie Learning, it's going to take you to the publisher. Here, students will not see this. This is my teacher version, but all students that are taking Algebra 2, Algebra 1, and Geometry will see their textbooks listed here. So students have been assigned a book. They have a hard copy that they can write in. They can tear pages out. They can put it in a folder. You know, it's their book. So here, I wanted to demonstrate the materials here. So when students click materials, a drop down will appear. Here, really, students are only going to use two tabs. It's going to be this Clear Learning and Digital Textbooks. Math Stream is actually housed in Clear Learning. So back in the olden days, each of these were individual folders that students could access. But now it's becoming more user-friendly, so it's integrating a lot of things. So here, let's go ahead and get started by clicking Clear Learning. So when students click Clear Learning, this is their dashboard that they'll see. Here, off to the right, you're going to see that students have 8 total assignments. I haven't started 3 of them, and then I have in progress, I did start 4 of them, and I've completed 1 of them. So here, for example, on these little folders, you can see that they're color coordinated. Here, our skills practice are these pink folders here. Here, this purple one is a Mathia. Here we have a Math Stream. It's a teal looking color. And then lastly, we have assessments, which are like our tests and quizzes. They're the blue light bulbs. So here, let's look at an assignment that I've started before, and it's noted by in progress here. So here, I can see that I have 1 out of 6. This is my first question. Students can access this pin feature here, and they can write the next patterns that are described here. So, you know, I can use my mouse here, right? I can, draw the pictures, or, you know, I can draw the situation that we're being asked here. Here, let's say I want to erase something. I can go ahead and erase this part here, right? You know, I can start over fresh. Here I can use this line feature, right, to help me out to make nicer shapes and things like that. Here, let's go ahead and look at a question that I started. Here, for example, this is a question that I started, and I wasn't too sure how to finish it. So you'll see off to the right, I have this little flag, right? I can flag questions as needed. So here I actually started this one and it auto-saved. So if for some reason you still feel convinced that, you know, I need to click that manual save button, that's this save feature up here. I can save it anytime. Here, if I need a calculator, you'll see that I have this embedded graphing calculator as well as a scientific calculator. Here at the end of the lesson, when I try to turn it in, you'll see that I've started some. Here I've flagged this question and things like that. So here, let's go ahead and look at a drop-down feature that's available to students. So here I can just click this next assignment. And let's say I need to type something in, like an equation, or I need to, you know, demonstrate my work. Here I can go ahead and type something in. Hello, you know, some product or something like that. Here, I can go ahead and, you know, maybe if I need an equation or a fraction, or, you know, whatever the case may be, I have all these options here. Again, if I have an issue or need to come into tutoring, I can go ahead and click this flag, and it's going to flag that question for me. Here, if this color version isn't friendly on my eyes, I can go ahead and, you know, change that as needed. And that will help me out if this is bothering my eyes for some reason. Again, I can save, but it should auto save your progress. and things like that. Here, let's go ahead and look at an assignment that's a Mathia assignment. So as I click Mathia, our assignment here would be a Mathia, for example. Here, it can be a video, right?
Legend has it that mathematician Carl Friedrich Gauss was once given this assignment.
I can watch an introductory video here. Here, I have a drop down where I can enter in some numbers. So here, if I enter something in correctly, it will show up with a little check mark. If I do something incorrectly, it will show as, hey, something's wrong here. If I need a hint for any reason, I can go ahead and click hints, and it'll kind of help me out and give me clues to solve the question. Here, Mathia, this assignment has two workstations that we can work through. So as I move along through the workstations, the goal is to go ahead and get to this, of course, the flag here. Once I reach the flag, then this workstation is done. Mathia really stands for Math AI. So what happens is that as students work through different workstations, they get a differentiated experience through Mathia. So if I'm getting things wrong, it will start differentiating for me. I can go ahead and click hints, and that will help me out on the questions also. If I need more room, I can go ahead and move this around as needed. But this is Mathia. Once students are done with it, there's no saving, right? It records students' progress. So this is an example of Mathia. Now let's take a look at a math stream video. So math streams are interactive videos. So here, this should take about 20 to 25 minutes. So let's get started here.
Hello and welcome to the Using Equivalent Expressions to Understand Relationships episode. In this episode, you will learn with Mr. Adu.
What's up, fellow Mathorama Jammers?
So here, these math stream videos, they are interactive. Once students reach these checkpoints, they're going to be asked different questions. So math stream videos and Mathia assessments, their assignments I usually assign towards the end of a section in case a student might need some additional tutorials. But students can go ahead and go through this and take notes and follow along, and it does do little checkpoints as students are working through the videos or the Mathia videos. So as I complete things, students will see that their done folder will start showing as these assignments will start populating this folder here. Here, again, students can organize their work as needed. If you want to see the tiles, they can click these tiles. They can see, hey, I've done this one. I haven't started this one. I can open up the assignments here, and it does keep track of your attempts. So this is the Clear Learning tab. Again, it houses our assignments, it houses our tests and quizzes, it houses Mathias and math streams and things like that. So the last thing that I want to go over is the digital textbook. So I'm going to click back to Portal. So when I go back to my portal here, again, you won't see this version here. This is my teacher version, but we want to go ahead and click the class that we're in. I'm going to click digital textbooks. So the main thing that I want to go over is these lesson videos. So the way students can navigate this is by clicking this waffle here at the bottom. Here you can scroll very quickly through the different pages here. This is the very beginning of the book. Here I can go page by page as needed. I personally like looking at one page at a time, so I can click this one page view, or I can go back to 2-page view. I just like this one page view. Here, let's go to a beginning section. So here I can notice that this is my first section that was done in the book. Here, what I wanted to talk about are these lesson videos here. So again, I can scroll to the section that we're in. I can see the section by these tabs and these numbers, right? This is the 5th chapter, I guess you could say. But let's look at this lesson video.
Play ball, absolute value equations and inequalities. Specifically, what we're going to look at today is linear absolute value equations.
So if you're absent and need some notes or the tutorials or something that was done during class, students can go ahead and look at these lesson videos and take notes in their book. If students can't come into tutoring, the lesson videos should be a go-to thing if you can't come into tutoring. If you can, then that's no problem. Again, this is all meant to kind of help students if they're absent or if they don't understand the lesson or you know, they need extra help. There's different avenues that students can take. Again, this is all the stuff that we're using for Algebra 2. If you have questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. I hope this brought some clarity to the technology that we're using in class. Have a great day, and I hope to speak to you soon.